This is a Fox News alert. There's still an active shooter situation in Colorado Springs. Let's bring in Harris Faulkner from the Fox News deck with the very latest. Harris?
Well, we've seen some movement just in the last few minutes. If we can pop up some video that's just come into Fox News, what we've learned is that they are taking people out, rescuing them one by one at this point. And a brand new statement from the president and CEO of Planned Parenthood in the Rocky Mountains. Quote, "Our top priority is the safety of our patients and staff. Our hearts go out to everyone involved in this tragic situation. Planned Parenthood has strong security measures in place, works closely with law enforcement agencies, and has a strong safety record. We don't yet know the full circumstances and motives behind this criminal action, and we don't yet know if Planned Parenthood was in fact the target of the attack." And it goes on, but those are the big nuggets there. One more thing to tell you, as they take people out one by one, there was a lot of quick movement, and then suddenly they pulled. Let's go back to the live shot now. This is a live scene looking at more medical vehicles that they have just pulled into place in the last few minutes. And so as they bring people out, we understand some of them are able to walk on their own. We saw one woman walking. I mean, it's quite chilly. They threw a blanket on her, but she was okay. The next person they needed to load into the back of an ambulance. So they appear to be going inside this building now. And I heard one of your guests say this is exactly the course of action. You would go room by room as they are sure that this gunman has moved on because they're engaging with him, and you're able to rescue people at that point. And you just hope that they are walking wounded so you can get them out quickly. But they have been lifting people. There were at least 2 people we saw who were lifted and had to be carried out. So this is I would say a painstaking situation for them. Many of them brought out in their T-shirts. It's freezing. Some of them patients, as you might imagine. So they're throwing blankets on them and trying to get them out as quickly as possible. But when you're carrying, you got a bunch of gear on, you're watching out for a gunman, it is slow going. So they are slow to clear those areas that they possibly can reach. And then I want to give you one more statement. This from the King supermarket chain that's just down the road. 150 people in our store between customers and associates. The store team has executed our emergency preparedness plan, and everybody inside in the store so far is safe. We will continue to work with law enforcement on the next steps. And we know that they have been clearing some of the areas out, including that grocery store, but some of the other restaurants, the nail salon, some other areas have guys behind shields, SWAT members, either posted outside or starting to carry some of those people out too, as they try to move more and more potential victims away from the scene. Back to you guys.
All right, Harris, what are you getting right now that's coming across the urgence in terms of the number of injured, because that number seems to be changing somewhat?
Yeah, so we still have 4 police officers shot. They are all accounted for. For a long period of time, we had at least one of them that had not been evacuated yet from the scene. That has changed now. And at least 5, but it looks like many more. I mean, the numbers are changing so quickly. I counted 7 people that they brought out. They already had 9 at hospitals. So, I mean, we don't know definitively yet what we're looking at. But from the statement that was earlier by Planned Parenthood CEO and president, there were quite a few people inside that building. And so now we're starting to see some movement with them coming out. I do my best to count. I know we're counting here on the Fox News deck. It's going to take a while to piece it all together. Hospitals will do their reporting as well as far as how many victims they take. And I would imagine later on this evening we'll get a better idea.
Certainly, with respect to the report that you're giving, that they are bringing out, people out. I think that's as they go room by room to be able to clear that area, contain the situation, then further narrowing in the area around the active shooter to perhaps be able to take him out. Just real quick, any activity at or around inside the Chase Bank that's right there?
Not that we've seen in the last little while. I will say this, though, because you had asked about this earlier. So the team and I have been working on trying to figure out whether New York is the only city, actually, to put now vehicles on the move. I can report to Planned Parenthood locations throughout New York City as a precautionary measure. So far, we haven't learned from Homeland Security that there are any other cities will follow that, too. And again, just to be strong on this, we don't know what the shooter was going after. He may have just ended up in that clinic because the door was open. Opportunity. Back to you.
All right. Thanks very much, Harris Faulkner. That's it for the 5.